let's have a beautiful experience. In this video, we're going to talk about appreciation, how to naturally raise your testosterone, your human growth hormone, and make your penis bigger. It's a beautiful thing. You gotta love it. All right, before we get started here, please do me a huge favor. Please ring the bell, subscribe to the channel, of course, tell some friends. Make sure you give me that thumbs up like Arthur Fonzarelli says, hey, and of course, follow me on my social media. I go by Jesus_Detroit on my Instagram, Snapchat, I'm Young Dago. And it's right, in this video, we're talking all about appreciation, because you know what we're all about in the BCC. The Big Cock Consciousness, the Big Cock Collective, will help you manifest a bigger, wider, thicker, longer, stronger, and harder penis. Help you naturally raise your HGH and your testosterone. I'm a spiritual guide and a mentor here to expand your mind and increase your size. So without further ado, I'm here to tell you about appreciation. And yes, man, you know me, gratitude's the attitude every single time. You know the sound. We might as well start it right off rip every single day. Before my feet hit the ground, before I got a breath, I can recollect. Go ahead and take this with me. You know it feels beautiful. Just feel this. I got a shot today. I feel beautiful because gratitude is the attitude. That's right, man. You got to be happy that you woke up today, that you got a breath in your lungs, that you got a shot, an opportunity at life. And that's a beautiful thing that you ought to know at any given time. And like Abraham Hicks says, you know, with her teachings and what stuff resonates with me, is you don't have to appreciate things that need appreciation. You just got to be in the state of appreciating. And what that all comes down to is just, you know, appreciating for no reason. Like, you know, Rocky Balboa says, yo, you ought to count your blessings. You're still a healthy person. And yes, man, everybody should count your blessings. And, you know, the simplest things that just make you feel good in the now is what it's all about. And this is what's going to help you naturally raise your testosterone, keep your stress free, and keep you a conduit for growth. Because you know what I say, man, if you want beauty to appear, you got to keep this clear. You got to be a clear conduit for growth. And when you're in that constant state of appreciation, you're going to definitely, you know, increase your probability, increase your chances, increase your vitality in your life, and increasing your size and making, of course, that huge piece of meat, swing to the knees, throb to the pecs, making you your best. You know what we're about here in the BCC. You know, it's about, you know, being in that appreciation mode. And you know what? I might as well give you an appreciation salute, because anytime that I'm putting something in me, I'm always on the side of the good. Like the Guinness, you know, I was going to have a Guinness, but I didn't have a glass down here. So I'm like, you know what? Those Eckies will do. And I just got done doing me a beautiful workout. And you know me, hold my accountability, and you can count on me waiting for you in the parking lot. That's right, Mr. Larson. Anytime I get done doing a beautiful workout, I always reward myself, and I always give myself appreciation for putting, you know, some of the best things into me. So I feel, and whenever you're on, you know, like I say, the feel is real, so you got to be on the side of the good for everything you do. And for that, we say salute. Oh, yeah. A beautiful thing. I always loved Dos Equis. You know, it's one of my favorite Mexican cervezas. Just pure smoothness, man. It's just beautiful. And like I said, man, we're talking all about appreciation today. I mean, essentially, you know, you can appreciate something out of the trash. And something came to me, you know, not too long ago, and it was a Bowflex, and somebody threw it out. And if you know me, I do the JoJo and Jesus Go the trash picking. I got, you know, a separate channel. I'll be uploading you, you know, some more information on that in the near future, and that's going to be getting more lit, because you know what we're all about here, having some fun. If you're grinning, you're winning. And like I say, the smile is divine. It's made inside the mind. And like I said, man, somebody else's trash can essentially be somebody's treasure. And when you're able to appreciate, what people are throwing away, I mean, that's what's going to help you, bring something beautiful into your life. Like, you just see a piece of, somebody might not even acknowledge some trash. You got a beautiful Bowflex that you got set up in the basement. And in these times of quarantine, to increase your size, I mean, that is like, we're talking about like, that's some serious gold. And like these type of times, because it's not up, all the gyms are closed down, and being able to have that at your fingertips and the availability is something that you can definitely appreciate. But not to say that you need any equipment to work out. It's like I say, with the at-home workouts and the change in the shift and the collective, like everybody's able to utilize workouts that are already existent, that you don't necessarily need to worry about a whole bunch of weight, because you got body weight you can be using. There are so many different types of techniques that you can essentially be, and you don't gotta get lost up and into everybody else's way. You just gotta find what works for you. Like I say, all truths are true. You just gotta find the ones that make you, and that's what it all comes down to. And like I say, the feel is real, and nothing can help you understand more when it comes to working out and increasing your size and naturally raising that testosterone, which is stuff that I'm passionate about. I teach this daily. And when it comes to me, I'm continuously growing. I mean, I'm continuously a student in the in the land of the grow, in the land of the gains, the land of the flow. And that's something that you ought to know, because I'm seriously, I got these super joke and the super edge and the masturbation for manifestation. We're talking about working out in aroused states, utilizing cock rings, utilizing sexual energy, utilizing partners if you have the opportunity, being able to utilize things things that are essentially around you, but it's all in here anyways, because the divine is inside. And when you're talking about contacting the gods that are there, and we're talking about your HGH and your testosterone, all that stuff is always right there. And like we're talking about the chakra system, you got that third eye roaring back there, you got the crown up there, and understand that that's like the pituitary gland, which is that's responsible for hormone secretion and what HGH is. And that's why I always say, if you're dreaming, you're growing. And that's when you're in that state that as long as you're not dripping too much cortisol, because like I say, man, I don't discredit science, but I don't discredit magic. And when you're being able to utilize what I call the construct before you go into the dream, like much like Neo in the Matrix and Morpheus, when they have that white screen, it's like, what is this? And he's like, and they have to, he calls Tank, and he's like, all right, Tank, load me, I need guns. And he's like, you load him with everything you need, and he loads him with the Kung Fu program. Essentially, that's what you got the access to before you go to bed at night. And that's why I always say, like, you always want to visualize what you're going towards and what you're doing, instead of just going to sleep for no reason. But essentially the best reason that you can go to sleep is to reset your reset who you are anyways. And that's something beautiful. But just being able to have that added construct boost, where you're like, let's I intend on burning more fat and building more muscle when I'm going to sleep. I intend on growing. And when you're putting that into your your energy, your realm and your being, you're going to definitely help yourself manifest. And these are things that are going to help you be your best, because we're about here, man. And like I say, man, what it all comes down to is, being able to just grab energy at any given time. And like I said, we're talking about that fire line, that chakra system, like I'm talking, don't forget the heart, man. That is the most powerful spot of them all. You know what I mean? Like Huey Lewis didn't lie, the power of love is real. And since I got this thing pumping anyways, I might as well just, always share that Matrix hack any single time that I can. Every time that you go out there and, if you're seeing somebody on the TV, hearing somebody on the phone, telemarketer, it doesn't matter who they are, what they did. All that matters is not having a good, bad, or neutral thought about that person. Just instead intend on that person, that soul, to have a beautiful day, to feel love in some kind of way, and you go along your day and you just hacked the Matrix. You just made the world a better place. And that's really what it all comes down to on an everyday basis, is because everybody out there is a reflection of you, believe it or not. And if you're treating people with love and compassion, and you're putting that energy out there, it's going to definitely reciprocate back. And that's the yin and the yang, the flow to the grow. And when we're talking about coming down that, that we're going with the chakra line for the fun of it, and this time, and we're saying the sacral and whatnot. I'm not going to go into the details. You want to look that stuff up. I mean, there is an abundance of information, but we're just talking about the energy line that is always on us anyways. And like I say, the penis is on the root chakra, and sexual energy and all that is all formulated through us, which is why I always incorporate that into my workouts when I can. And some of the best guys out there, like Arnold Schwarzenegger, I mean, you watch Pumping Iron, you hear him in these interviews, you can't tell me that guy is not aroused about being himself. And that's a beautiful thing. So I mean, you got to be able to be high on you. And that's one of the best gifts that you can have, just appreciating you. And when we're going with the flow of appreciation, we might as well just go ahead and pump it up real quick. Because you know what I always say, energy is neither destroyed nor created. It's always there in the air, and you can always grab it at any given time. And you know how we increase our size? With the mind and muscle connection, man. It doesn't matter about what time it is, what you had to eat, how much sleep that you had. All that matters is you can get yourself a huge juicy pump by putting your mind into the size and letting you know that you got the power at any given time to make yourself grow. And when we're talking in this flow, I always got to share what Paramahansa Yogananda says, the one that brought yoga to the West, helping people with the Namaste, being their best. We're talking about the mind as the wielder of muscle. And that all comes down to it's your mind that's manifesting this beautiful avatar that we have, which is why I say, you want to, make sure that you're putting the best thoughts that you can about making yourself grow. And when you're going with a beautiful pump, you can feel the grow. You can feel the expansion. And I'm just sitting here in a chair, naked right here, long hair flowing, skin glowing, body growing, spirit knowing I'm doing something right. Feeling anabolic every single time, dripping that sweat right now, and I'm just making myself grow, and I'm helping you know that you can do it at any given time. When you're utilizing a weight, when you're utilizing a band, all you got to know is you're increasing your size. So let's put some appreciation into what we have, and go ahead and just say, and for, since we're saying Abraham Hicks, things are always working out for me. That's a beautiful one to say. And then, of course, my favorite rhyme is I am magic, I am divine, and the universe is on my side. But let's put the appreciation into the size. We're talking I am so happy and grateful that my huge, beautiful muscles are growing bigger, harder, stronger, more defined, abundantly. And then, of course, let's do it for the penis. I am so happy and grateful that my huge, beautiful penis is growing bigger, wider, thicker, longer, stronger, and harder, abundantly. And of course, whenever you got to get one last rep out, you go ahead and you feel every moment of the grow. Just feel it at any given time. And feel yourself expand, becoming the giant gods that we are. Let's go ahead and feel what we are. Let's be what we are. Let's shoot for the stars and just say, I am magic, I am divine, and I can increase my size. Oh, yeah. Feel that. Oh, it's a beautiful thing. You ought to know. Let's grow huge. 2020, we are here. Let's make it appear. Let's keep it clear. Have some beer. Salud. Oh, yeah. It's a beautiful thing. Oh, man. You gotta love it. I'm telling you, man, I'm really appreciating this beer right now. Ice cold. After a great, beautiful pump. Getting my things in, taking care of stuff. Like, just appreciating every part of the day as a reward for being alive, man. And this is something that resonates with me. I mean, like I say, I don't condone the use of alcohol, the use of drugs, but I don't condone the use of you not being you. So you do whatever you gotta do, boo-boo, but just make sure you wake up tomorrow being 100% of what you can be. And that's all you gotta know, to let you know that you're on the right side of the grow. Everything that you're doing, always be on the side of the good, because it doesn't matter what you're doing, whether somebody has an article, a study, whatever they say about this is the way, this is how we should do it, this is why you should go vegan, this is why you should eat meat, this is why you should do this, that, or the other. There's always a 2-way, 3-way, 4-way, million different ways. Just people appearing on the street with information telling you what you should do. So all you got to do is feel the side of the good, feel the side of the grow, and that is the side of the flow. So I say salute. Oh yeah, telling you, man, it feels beautiful to get it in, and I'm definitely appreciating this whole beautiful experience that we've all been, getting, to go through. So, we're all, collectively shifting, we're collectively growing, and with my whole, intention here of, making us all spread love and be love and just, be confident in who we are and understand that, you got a shot and you're a beautiful piece of the divine as is. And anytime that, we're all tethered to happiness anyways. The people that brought you here, like I say, man, they were excited to do it. We are born from excitement. You can't tell me that people that, the moment of that release, that sexual energy was a beautiful moment. Or, or if you're some surrogate, there was still beautiful moments there with the paperwork. And then who knows, regardless of how you got here, there was excitement behind it. So anytime that you're excited, anytime that you're smiling, you're paying homage to the existence of what we all already are. So make sure you're doing that as much as you can. And you want to get on the Netflix, watch some comedy. You want to watch yourself some, some Stranger Things. And I just got into that a little bit. It's pretty lit, and it's like, it's like that's a whole vibe in itself. Don't get me wrong. If I'm seeing a Lethal Weapon or a Con Air, it's like a Steven Seagal movie or a Rocky or something, I'm always gonna, go into movies or modes that are gonna make me feel, what I'm intending on feeling, and it's something good. But if you want to get into some, crazy type of vibe, sometimes you gotta, crank it up a little bit. And those type of movies are, beautiful for that, with the Stranger Things, the Stranger Flow. But, like I say, man, anything that is taking you, that's taking you down the path of making yourself smile, that is the right one to be on, man. But if it's taking you on a path of judgment and denial of I should be this or I should be that, we got to pull ourselves back, take a look at ourselves and evaluate, and just be able to just find something that you can feel good now. And that's what it's all about, man. So if you got to, scroll the gram, look at a couple inspirational quotes to really make you feel something, you got to go for a run today. You got to go outside and just start appreciating life. That's all. That's really the ticket to it, man. There's no wrong way at this. Just make sure you're going off the feeling, and you could feel good at any given time, and you could feel beautiful right now. And just make sure that you're telling that guy in the mirror, you're telling yourself some beautiful things, because, the world's a reflection, man. And the more that you love yourself, the more people are going to love you back. And that's the fact. Jack, I don't know why I just had to say that. I'm thinking of that Stripes analogy, with Bill Murray. I don't know. Movies are always coming to me. Me, I'm a movie buff. And, just having this beautiful moment to, be able to share what's in the air and the atmosphere and this beautiful flow. So for that, I feel we're going to come to a close, and we're going to have plenty more beautiful experiences to come. Make sure you guys are getting at me on my social media. Check out my Cat C, taking care of the neighborhood. My wolf and my bear always there. Just got back taking them from a run. Appreciating every moment, every minute that I get. It's a beautiful thing. You can see how they's doing. And we're going to have some beautiful experiences coming in 2020. Getting lit, getting ripped, getting huge. I'm talking about growing into the massive gods that we are. Not worrying about them little gremlins at your feet. Just being a huge, giant god of love. And, like I say, man, have that huge piece of meat, swing at the knees, drop to the pec, give it a kiss. How you doing? It's not about, worried about, stomping on your best friend's house, but it's just, being a huge god of love and spreading that love, man. You guys are beautiful. I'll be happy. We're going to have plenty more beautiful experiences to come. We'll be seeing you around. Peace. Love you guys.